Same-sex marriage may be the law of the land, but its implementation has put a spotlight on state legislatures and how LGBT protections vary between the states. Luckily for Colorado residents, the state legislature has several LGBT members, and two of them join me now, Colorado State Senators Lucia Guzman and Jessie Ulibarri. Thank you both for being here. Colorado passed marriage equality back in 2014. Can you give us an impression of what else is going on in the state? Was Colorado ahead of the national game on other LGBT issues as well?
Absolutely. You want to go ahead, Jessie?
Sure. We've led the charge here in Colorado on LGBT equality, not just marriage equality and civil unions, but adoption rights, making sure that couples can raise children like myself and my husband. But we also have fought very hard on including transgender equality as well. So this year we introduced the Birth Certificate Modernization Act to ensure that our trans community can get the identity documents they need to survive every single day.
Senator Guzman, what does that look like, that trans legislation?
The trans legislation?
Uh-huh.
I'll jump in that. That was our ability to actually update how folks receive a birth certificate, put it in line with the Social Security Administration and the way that you change your gender marker on your driver's license. So there wasn't a surgery requirement. Folks could just go forward and say, with the consent of my doctor, I'm undergoing gender reassignment. And that means that your identity documents are automatically updated by the state.
Senator Guzman, you are the first Latina lesbian minority leader, I believe, in the state. Do you think that the state has a particular culture that makes it more accepting?
Well, sure. I think that the culture is more accepting because of all the hard work that's been going on here in Colorado, since, over 20 years ago when Amendment 2 was one of our issues, and the people in Colorado, both straight and gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender, have come together. And this group has never stopped. And it has made a great environment, both from the business community, from the environment community, from the public education community, from all the communities here. So we have always had support from our governor, particularly our Democratic governor. And so we have a great climate here in Colorado. That doesn't mean we haven't had to struggle and work hard for those successes that we have right now, but we have tremendous support. For instance, in our state legislature right now, we have 7 gay lesbian legislators. This is pretty huge. It sounds small, but it's pretty huge. So we also have support from each other and our caucus members, so we're able to move some things forward.
7 out of how many?
There are 100 legislators total, with 35 Senate and 65 House of Representatives.
So Colorado actually is leading the way in terms of percentage of openly gay and lesbian legislators currently serving. We still haven't had a trans member serve yet, but we are recruiting.
Interesting. Senator Ulibarri, the state's Assistant Senate Majority Leader has come out in support of Kim Davis. Is that right? What do you make of that?
Yes, unfortunately, we've heard from the Assistant Majority Leader and Vice Chair of our Judiciary Committee, Republican Kevin Lumberg, calling out and saying that he supports the efforts of Kim Davis. The unfortunate thing, I used to be the Vice Chair of the Judiciary Committee, and Senator Guzman used to be the Chair of the Judiciary Committee. What you know is that there's a rule of law here, and that we need to ensure that we're following the rules of law in the state of Colorado and nationally. And unfortunately, Senator Lumberg went very far in his statements to support Kim Davis. But it's unfortunately something we've seen here in Colorado and part of the national Republican trend to undermine the rights and protections for gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender folks. Just last year, we had another senator, Senator Laura Woods, who introduced a bill to repeal our Civil Rights Act to actually get rid of the public accommodations and protections that we see in employment and housing for LGBT folks. It's an ongoing battle, something that's connected to a national strategy. We want to make sure that we beat that back.
Senator Guzman, Colorado traditionally has voted Republican in presidential elections, although it voted for Obama both times. Where do you sort of see the mood of the state at the moment?
I think we have a 50, maybe more than 50% chance of moving in the Democratic cycle this coming session, because I think people are tired of the Republicans bashing not only the LGBT community, but the communities that are made up of immigrants. the disabled community, the veteran community, and so forth and so on. I think the tide is moving with us. We are moving forward in that direction, and I see a very successful session coming up in 2016, which will lead us to taking back the majority in the Senate.
Senators, thanks so much for being with us. Good to talk to you.
Of course, thank you.